it would be better to start now. So I think maybe some will be joining later. For effective meeting, I would like to request everyone, I think you're already mute, to please mute your microphone. You can use the chat box when you want to ask question. Anyway, we have on our side here from Bangkok, we have Kamon and we have Kunranjit, and both of them are monitoring the chat box. So we will make sure that we are addressing whatever your comments are or your questions are. Okay, we will give you time to share, and we will have also that in the agenda. The proceedings of this meeting is being recorded, so you can easily access it from our Facebook and our YouTube channel. Okay, so this is our agenda. This is a 5-minute introduction and logistics, which I have done. And we have, I will give Mabel and Hernan to introduce the partner cooperatives and the participants from their side. This is exclusively a webinar organized for PFCCO and NATCO on the business development services, which as I will explain. I have a 30 minutes presentation. This is the orientation of the Business Development Services Project. We allocated 35 minutes action planning and targets and activities, and 10 minutes synthesis and closing. Okay, so I am going to ask Mabel and Hernan to have a quick introduction of who are the partner co-ops and also identify the representatives from these pilot co-ops. We have 5 from PFCCO and 5 from NATCO, which we will be supporting to institutionalize business development services. Okay, can I request, okay, ladies first, Mabel. Mabel, can you introduce the participants from NATCO?
Good morning, everyone. For NATCO's cooperatives, I'd like to welcome the co-ops. First is for Most Holy Rosary Multipurpose Cooperative. We have Ma'am Josie Cardona, the General Manager of Most Holy Rosary, together with Sir Raymar Brioso, their BDS officer.
Hello.
And from the Multipurpose Cooperative, or GADS, Kooperatiba ng Bayan sa Pagpapaunlad, we have Ma'am Julita Nazar, the General Manager of the GAS. Ma'am Julie, hi po. And Sir Alvin Cacho. And from MEMCO, present here is Ma'am Ceciline Balagtas. Ma'am Ces, good morning. And also present is from the General Manager of Bohol Community Multipurpose Cooperative, Ma'am Janet Romero. Welcome, Ma'am Janet. And from Tagum Cooperative, we have Nico Revita, Ma'am Leslie Canuto, and Regina Kate Tambal. And from NATCO MiCo-op, Ma'am Bel Tison, the Group Head of MiCo-op, the Special Project Officer, Ma'am Veronica Sierra, and the Head of North Luzon Operation and Supervision, Sir Jupiter Bonilla. And from NATCO side, Ma'am Bing, the Head of Education, Training, and Consultancy Group, is also with us, together with Vina Rempilio, our USAID Training Coordinator, and the BDS Officer of Consultancy, Ma'am Rose Benti. That's all for NATCO, Ma'am Len.
Okay, thank you, Belle. Hernan, can you introduce the PFCCO participants? Hernan, can you hear me? Hernan?
Yes,
Yes, can you
yes, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. For PFCCO side, there are 5 primary cooperatives, but the present, as of the moment, we have from Wesley Credit Cooperative. This is in Isabela, represented by the CEO, Pastor Ferdinand Valdez, and also San Jose del Monte, represented by Miss Caroline Dave, of the CEO, and the in charge is Mr. Rodolfo Gado. We are still, Ma'am Ana of Pasig Paris is trying to connect, but she's not yet connected. I don't know if she has some technical problem. Also, BCCCO and Holy Cross, but I just talked with Ma'am Lily and these people, and they are saying that they will be joining this morning. On PFCCO side, we also have some league managers from regions NCR and Bato, Madilasar na of Visayas, Sharon of CLRL, and Marlene of Southern Luzon. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you very much, Hernan. So that means we only have two calls now in PFCTO attending the meeting, correct? Wesley and
BCCCO of
PCO.
represented by Miss Fe Pahonar is already in.
All right. Okay. So I hope that
Moment,
yes,
I'm so sorry. Ma'am, I miss Ma'am Kat of GSAC. Ma'am Kat, I'm so sorry.
oh,
Welcome, Ma'am Kat.
okay. So yeah, it's a big scene.
Sorry
Okay.
po.
San Jose,
Okay.
we have San Jose,
Yes.
BCCO and Wesley.
Okay. So I hope that you will keep contact with Pasig and Holy Cross so that they will be able to join because this meeting is very important. Okay, so good morning everyone, welcome and welcome to the partner co-ops. This is an opportunity for us to,
Yes, ma'am. They are ready.
yes, Hernan. Okay, can I go ahead now? Okay, on our side, we have Mr. Ranjit joining us today, and also Kamon is our Member Services Officer. Okay, so I am going, yes, Ernan. Yes, Ernan, go ahead. What was that? Okay, then I will go ahead now. All right, so first of all, my presentation will, it's not just jumping without looking at what is happening around. I know that we are in a difficult situation and ACU is launching a project, but I will relate why this project is very important in this situation where we are facing a global pandemic. Okay, these are maybe some of you have already attended our webinar on the impacts and responses of credit unions to COVID-19. This is a business solution number 26. And on that particular business solution, we prepared a guideline for credit unions so that you will be very much focused on looking at the impacts and the risk brought to your members, to your employees, and to your institution. The reason why I am sharing this to you because this is what we are going to talk is directly related to the members. If your credit union, we know for a fact that we are not here without your members. So when we look at the impacts, I think the priority is that for us to look at the impact to the members. Okay, I will focus on the impact to the members. These are the impact to your members. Health, because we right now during the pandemic, it's going to stay for a long time. And we need to ensure that everybody is healthy, everybody is able to protect themselves, everybody is able to prevent getting sick, and everybody is really resilient in health. So if people are not healthy or people are getting sick, this has an implication to their financial sustainability or financial independence. Because of the lockdown and the pandemic, the ability to pay of your members are also affected, especially the low-income people who are only generating their livelihood from wage earning. And the digital channel and the resilience. I'll explain that one. Okay, we came across of the survey from the credit union members, and these are the top 3 concern of the member, or top 3 expectation of the members from the credit union. I hope that you will also see whether is this true to us. The members is rely on the question on what way can your credit union support you and your family during the situation. The members are saying that they need to increase peace of mind, that the credit union provide them with the relief I need to get through the crisis. Number 2 is build my hope, continually be there for me through guidance and solutions, and reduce my unnecessary stress, and making it easy for me to access staff and tools when and how I need them. The number 2 is very important. The reason why I share this with you is that the Business Development Center is a tool or a service for your credit union to be able to help your members build their hope. Because currently now, people who have very stressful mind are the people who lost the job, people who are not very sure whether they can even find a job because unemployment now is increasing. The chances of getting employed in a company is very slim during these days. Okay, right. I am not going to explain all this one, but when we look at the members who are affected are those daily wage earners, your members who are engaged on micro and small enterprises, and another one very important, especially in the cooperatives operating in rural areas, the farmers and the agribusiness. These are the responses of credit unions that we are recommending. One is financial counseling. That's another topic, another very long topic but I would like to focus now in the business development services. And I will explain why our credit union, during this pandemic, it is required that every credit union, not only required, it is very important. It is essential, okay, whatever. It is essential to incorporate business development counseling in our lending program, because our objective is to generate economic activities for the members so that they will have dependable income. Why? It's because opportunity of getting employed is very slim. Employment opportunities is very slim. So what we need to do is to create employment for the members. Members can come to your credit union, okay, I need to get the loan and I will start a business. But are we going to stop only on that by just giving the loan? We are saying no, because the members do not have information on what type of business is going to thrive in this kind of environment. Now we are saying this is the new normal. Okay. The lesson that we learned from this pandemic is that if we want to become resilient, I hope that everybody also understand and realize we need to become resilient. Resilient in health, resilience in physical. We need to be healthy. We need to increase our immune system. Am I correct? According to the experts, they are saying that people who have less risk on contamination of the virus are those with high immune system. Okay, I was talking to Belle the other day, and she's saying that for the last 3 months, I'm only staying at home because, it's age vulnerability. And age vulnerability is there, but you need to be very physically fit. Okay, so these are one of the issues, very important issue for the members. Okay, we are talking about the members now. Another one is financial resilience. We haven't imagined that we will be staying at home since March. Even now, social distancing or even the lockdown is over. People are very afraid to go out. Yeah, in these times of lockdown and social distancing, where people lost the job, the question is, are they financially resilient? Do they have the money to support their basic needs since March that they cannot work? If that is not there for the members, it's a big issue that we need to address. The thing is that this is the financial resiliency or financial trouble of the members will be extended maybe until end of the year or even early next year, because there will be less opportunity for them to engage in economic activities. What does it mean by financial resilience of members? Financial resilience is the ability of an individual to withstand life events that impact one's income or assets. So I'm sure that you have an answer to that. You can imagine how many members of the co-ops, of your co-ops, have passed this criteria on financial resiliency. Okay, whatever individual's financial goal, because this is related to financial resilience. Number one, there are 10, I look at 10, but I am only sharing you the 5. Maybe it will overwhelm all of us. Number one, in order to become financially resilient, we need to have a well-stocked emergency fund. What does it mean? It's equivalent to 6 months of your family expenses in emergency fund, and that emergency fund is not, how do you call it? You're building it up. You're not withdrawing from it, and you are only accessing that emergency fund in times of crisis like this. Okay? And next is we need to get out of debt completely in order to become financially independent. Next is that we need to have a retirement fund. It might not be, it might not be something that really cash or something that you can generate income from whenever you cannot work anymore. Okay, another one is create multiple income streams. This is related to what we are talking now. And have enough insurance to cover contingencies. This is also very important. I have mentioned about the physical resilience of the members. The question is, are our members have health insurance or able to go or seek medical care whenever they get sick? We are always saying that if health is wealth. If you are not healthy, if you are getting sick, it's very difficult particularly in the Philippines, it's very, the health the health cost is very expensive, even though we have PhilHealth. All right. Going back to the point, what I am saying now is that because of this situation, I know that the poverty incidence in Philippines is already high. But because of this pandemic, the poverty in our country will definitely rise again. Many people will slide back to poverty. Maybe they are already in the demarcation line, but because of this pandemic, they lost the job. They become one step back, poor again. So what I want to emphasize is that our cooperatives should be helping the members to bounce back. Helping the members to bounce back is not to grant the loan for emergency fund. Helping the members to bounce back is to continue to provide a loan to the members that will create sources of income for them. But it's not just giving money, but it needs to have advice or business coaching. And that is the reason why we are talking about institutionalizing business development services in the credit union. It should not be only from the pilot co-ops. It is an essential service right now in our cooperatives. Okay, the issue that matters now to our credit unions or to our co-ops is that, okay, I included here gender equality because when we asked the data from the partner co-ops, I saw that more than 50% of the members of your cooperatives are women. The reason why they are the members of the co-op because we know for a fact that men are the breadwinners, but because the income of their husbands are not enough, so the women are coming to the credit union thinking that I can get the loan from the co-op so that I can start a small business to help my family meet our basic needs. My point here is that most of the women, when we look at the poverty, it's the women who are mostly poor. Okay, so there are two issues that matters to our co-op. Our women are not financially independent, and poverty is really increasing in our society. Okay, so we need to revisit our services. If your cooperatives are providing loans only for the middle class, I think you need to give. We need a direction. Cooperatives as we all know, cooperatives are founded to fight against poverty, and this service should remain in your cooperatives. Our services, we need to have small loans, enterprise loans in our credit union, and we need to go down and look at who are the people who has the capacity to engage in entrepreneurial activities. So it should be a tightly integrated financial and educational service designed for entrepreneurial poor, capable of engaging successfully in micro enterprises. So first thing is that we want to check with our partner co-ops, is this service available to your co-ops, to your members, sorry. That financial services, of course, is savings, access to credit. We are saying that it has to be always combined with education, learn and save session. Babel and Hernan, and of course our MyCo-op team from NATCO are very familiar with this. But there is a very important component to it. And the most important component to it is support for enterprises or business coaching. And this is what we call business development services. there is a worrying trend because in the large cooperatives, not only in Philippines but also in other countries, they are saying that because when you are large, you're able to attract depositors from from the people who have excess money because our cooperatives are offering better interest rate compared with the banks. So because you are able to attract your deposits are increasing, and most of these cooperatives are thinking, oh wow, we have a lot of money, it's difficult, you have an excess liquidity, you cannot grant that to your loan to your members because we still have traditional way of our products and services. The loan, we have also seen that the loan investment to members is decreasing. Okay, the reason for that is that because probably you have enough money to grant the loan now, but our loan products are still very traditional. And not only that, because you have a lot of members who need small loans, probably we are not actually exerting a lot of effort to stimulate demand on the loans. We are also worried about this because the interpretation on the decrease of loan portfolio is that there is no loan demand. Because when I am talking with the general managers of co-ops or board of directors of co-ops, they are saying that, oh, we have a very high liquidity because there is no more loan demand. We are not getting loan demand from our members. What we are saying, so then what they are thinking, okay, we can invest that in the financial market. Now it's very dangerous in the financial market because there's a lot of companies that are going bankrupt because of the pandemic. But if we invest that to the members, the risk to your credit union is lower. This is also, I want to give you, we are experiencing this in Thailand. Some of the co-ops have invested in large companies, and large companies have declared bankruptcy. So we need to be very careful in this. The solution that some of the co-ops have actually identified was that to use that money for financial investment or increase the loan amount and terms, but those can be absorbed only by already rich people. And some of them establish new business like hotel, resorts, or building, or constructing building for rent. What we are saying, if we mobilize money from our members, we need to invest it back to the members. Okay, I hope that you will get my point. If we mobilize savings from our members, it has to be invested back to the members. And that is our responsibility as a cooperative. What the credit unions can do, what we can do. We need to stimulate demand for loan because there's a lot of people who are poor people who needs access to capital to engage in small business. I had a case study that I carried out in Philippines. I will not tell the name of the cooperative, but they are reaching around more than 30,000 poor people, poor women. But when we look at the number of women who take loan from the co-op, only 50% of them have loan to the co-op. And when we ask why, the members are saying, we do not know where to invest. So I think that's a lesson learned because there is no business coaching available from that cooperative. So because the people who are poor or low income or have less, they do not have skills. They do not have income. They have no opportunity, and they are not financially illiterate. They are financially illiterate. We need to bridge this gap. And we need to, in order for us to alleviate them from poverty, we need to encourage, we need to promote entrepreneurship. We need to create opportunity for them to create to have self-employment. We need to provide them information, and we need to train them on financial literacy. These are the things that your business development services should be providing to the co-ops. You know, it has to be integrated. Our thinking is it has to be a capacity of every cooperative. Okay, so in order to in order to promote again this idea, ACU has trained trainers. That was training in April 2019. Ernan and Mabel was there. We have we have a bunch of people from the Philippines, and I am sure that we have a capacity at the National Federation, and we are still continuing to build your capacity. Okay, from the trainers training, introducing how to institutionalize business development services at the cooperative level and at the federation level, we have selected 3 countries. Okay, the implementation is there. This is, by the way, sponsored by our member from Korea, from National Credit Union Federation of Korea, or NACOPO. We have selected 3 countries for the implementation, institutionalizing BDS: Philippines, Nepal, and India. The select countries will pilot 10 cooperatives to institutionalize BDS as part of the lending services, and also institutionalize at the federation level. The pilot co-ops will select X number of members to support them in business, meaning to say that they will scale up or maybe start up business. Okay, we will talk about the number of members that you are going to select. And after the successful implementation at the pilot co-ops, we will be replicating that to the rest of the credit union members of the federation. Okay, what is actually business development services? It's not that you are creating a center or you are creating a store in your co-op. It's creating a coaching. It's creating capacity for your co-ops to not just grant the loan, but also to provide information to your members, to provide technical support to your members, to at least prepare a simple feasibility study, to link them. So these are the role of the business BDS. It supports the development of micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises to create employment, generate income, contribute to the economic development and growth of the members. Okay, this is the role of the business BDS. We bring people together, help them connect, and make things happen. Number 1, member coaching. Understand members' long-term plan. It's not just, it has a component of also financial counseling. Another one of BDS is training. What are the training that you have to provide to your members? Business management, financial literacy, and skills training coordinated with specialized organization. Another one, business in the box. What does it mean? Tools that they need in their business. Because what we are aiming for is to help these members to scale up the business, not only an informal sector. We want them to become we want to bring them to the mainstream enterprise industry. So, the tools, the business in the box can be the role of the federation. So maybe they will have everything in there: how to start a business, how to register a business, how to register a patent, and so on. Okay. Another one is linkages. linkages with skills providers, market and suppliers within and outside the credit union, and organizing trade fairs. Some of these things are role of the federation or role of the leagues. Okay. Right. What we are aiming for is that to see our members graduate into this entrepreneurship ladder. We are not talking about IGP in here. IGP is that, a member is selling barbecue and, maybe she's earning 200 pesos or her earning is not sufficient to cover their basic needs. IGP is just income generating. It's not creating a dependable income. It's not creating a sustainable income. We are starting with the self-employment. Self-employment is that the enterprise or the business is creating employment for the individual. Okay, micro enterprise. Okay, I have a table to explain to you what these are. Okay, so this is our goal in our business development services. Because of the pandemic, we need to create more employment opportunities for our members. Okay, the self-employment, I will only focus on 3 because the others are already very sophisticated. So from now, we look at only this. For self-employment, you can see number of employees for self-employment, no staff, only family members working. For micro-enterprises, 1 to 4 employees. We are at least creating a job opportunity for others. Small scale, 5 to 9. The place of business of self-employment is at home. Micro-enterprise may be at home also. SME, already they have a shop next to home or nearby. Production process is very simple for self-employment. Simple, a little bit, have a little sophistication for, okay. I think you can read it. I do not need to go one by one, okay? All right. Another one is credit sources. I think the credit sources will all be from the credit union. And the market is local market for self-employment. Micro-enterprise is local market with some expansion, and small scale local market with some expansion as well. Okay, probably because of the technology right now, there's a possibility of not only in the local market, but also we can go nationally, right? Okay, I hope that you understand this. I do not want to talk too much. All right. If the business development, I mentioned that I had an action research in the Philippines in one co-op, and this is our experience. If the business development services is integrated in lending, we see increased business performance of enterprise owned by women. Informal to formal, there will be number of startups. There will be a self-employment and employment creation for others. And then you are also building leadership skills of women and involvement in the credit union governance. And then you will also have financially literate membership. Yeah. Okay, this is, maybe I'm not going to, this is only a preview of what the BDS will provide or will the services of BDS, consulting service, which is like a business coaching for the startup, expansion, and commercialization. I will leave this to Mabel and Hernan because they attended our training program. So once we start with the implementation, these are the skills that we need to build. Actually, these are only templates that is already available for our partner cooperatives. Okay, so these are the types of training. Right. Okay, I think I will stop on this and let's discuss. Let us discuss, and if you have any question, later on we will show you. I think, Mabel, I can show now some of the types of businesses that members can engage in. You sent me some of the slides yesterday.
Yes, Ma'am Lynn.
Okay, can I share? By the way, is there any question so far? Before we go to, yes, Kunanjit.
I think before we proceed, can we have a basic understanding that every partner cooperative, what would be the our selection criteria of that cooperative, so which could be more feasible to provide that services.
Yeah. Kunanjit, before we go to that, I just want to ask first whether did they get the, how do you call, the concept of what we are talking. This is not something new. This is something that we should be doing, but maybe they are doing, but it's not really integrated. That's what I am trying to. Maybe we can ask question first about the presentation, whether any question on that.
Ma'am Lynn, I would just like to because for the co-ops on the NATCO side, they might be wondering or asking why were they the ones chosen to be to become part of this project, because actually the co-ops that are part of this initial orientation was pre-selected by NATCO on the basis of that uh, your co-op shows or demonstrated a very good model in terms of reaching out those low income groups in your community. So as we mentioned earlier, that this is a pilot project. So we would like really to pick what we call the best of the best to start with, specifically with this particular BDS map. We have Most Holy Rosary, we have Dagum, and for the NATCO side, definitely those that are part of this are all also a member of the Gender and Development Committee of NATCO. So they initiated that they would like to initially implement the business development services. So they will become also a for the federation or for the network.
Okay. Yes, thanks, Bill. Kunanjit?
Yes, I'm here.
Well, it's how do I say? It's not just listening, but I think our co-ops uh, and also the league managers of PFCCO and my co-op, when we say institutionalizing these business development services, it should be a part of the board decision, because it's like you are creating another department in your co-op, where you have a people that are really thinking, that are really thinking on or really thinking at the types of business that your members can engage. There is a process. There is a service. We have already have a table on what are the things that should be made available for your members, because this is in addition. This is a support to your lending. Your lending will not be, how do you call, your lending will not be successful if you do not have support to help the members find the right business that they can engage in. So it should be a decision of the board. It's not just, oh, this is a very good webinar. It has to be institutionalized. When I say institutionalized, it's part of the structure of the co-op. I think I want to make myself clear. It is part of the structure of the co-op. And so at the National Federation, it is also part of the structure of the National Federation that there is a business development support for the member cooperatives. I'm very happy that I saw many general managers of the co-ops attending this, because it is also a policy matter. When your board decided, okay, we will institutionalize this in our co-op, we will appoint people to be there. We will appoint people to be in charge. We will set the target. We will create loan demand from this sector of the community. Then it is institutionalized. I hope that you get my point in this, because it's essential. It's very, very essential to have a business coaching to our members.
May I enter to Lenny?
Yes, Kunal.
Shall we ask, is there any primary cooperative who are here? Do they have a basic policy, at least the portfolio, at least 80%, 70% should be enterprise? Out of this portfolio, 10% should go to the self-employment, and maybe 20% SME, and this is going to be a small and medium. Is there any broader policy area before you get into the individual loan assessment? Do they have such a policy? Any primary cooperative, those who are attending here? Maybe if my English is not very clear, maybe Mabel and maybe Enan can translate it to them. To my views is, before we just lending, you need to have a broader portfolio policy. Then you can see how much loan you are granting for small and medium, micro enterprise and smaller scale, not just telling, oh, we are granting. So then you are looking for where the really need to country economic growth as well as the members, the economic activity. Maybe you can translate, Kuleni.
Okay. In short, is there any policy in your co-op approved by the board? Okay. On the maybe it's investment policy. Okay, our loan portfolio should have this certain percentage to how do you call, purpose and investment. For example, you are saying that, okay, 20% of the loan portfolio should always be granted to small loans. Small loans means micro enterprise. 30% of the loan will be granted to business. 10% will be granted to providential. Do you have something like that? Because what is important now is that there is a policy at the board level saying that we need to focus on small loans that is geared towards improving, geared towards promoting entrepreneurship for the low income people. That is very important policy.
I think Emilia, Miss Emilia, they want to say, they want to hear.
Okay, I got it here, Kunanjit, on the chat box.
Yes.
Okay, Josie from the Most Holy Redeemer. Am I correct? Co-op saying yes, they have. Uh, okay, Belle is saying that she will share the policy. Belle, can
Yes,
you? Yes, Belle.
yes, good morning, everybody. Thank you for this opportunity. As you know, Me Co-op is one of the services of NATCO, and we partner with cooperatives, usually the micro, small cooperatives, to assist them. Okay, and part of the partnership is that we offer them the policy systems and procedures. One of that is the credit policy. And when they sign the MOA with us, they embrace all the policies. I think we have something like 8 policies. So in partnership with us, they already embrace these policies, and that's what we do. We install these policies in their cooperatives. We are now in partnership with 62 cooperatives applying our capacity-based lending. That is our credit policy. And part of that, you were asking about the segregation, about the allocation of the portfolio. We have that. Um, the we call this as the portfolio risk management or portfolio concentration, risk concentration.
Yes, yes.
We divided the entire OSL into two. Only 60% goes to MICOOP. This is for the haveless. And because the cooperative also serve the non-poor, we allocate 40% for the non-poor. For the non-poor, that's all divided into two. 20% is allocated for providential loan and 80% for productive loan for those businesses. For the MICO-op loan, since this is already a productive loan and this is for the poor, we do not allow productive loan. Only the MICO-op loan is itself, it is our version of microfinance. So, and even on that, we divided still, say, the MICO-op loan, a productive loan, into two, the agri and the non-agri. For the agri in the regular loan for the non-poor, we allocated 50-50. But for the but for the microfinance, it's 30-70. 30% for the agri and 70% for the non-agri, considering the risk in the agri industry. That's how we do it. And until now, well, we always check on this. Like, okay, let me see your portfolio profile. Are you following this? Sometimes in others, like they cannot just turn away from opportunities. If somebody borrow from them and they want to lend, and this is their money, even if it goes beyond the percentage, sometimes they take the risk. So that is the practice in the MICO. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bill. Yeah, okay, that's great. Great to hear. We have Carol. Carol would like to share. Carol from San Jose del Monte. Carol, your mic is maybe not, okay, let me check. Carol, your mic is mute. Can you unmute? We cannot hear you. Carol? Bell, your mic is unmute, is mute.
I think, Lenny, maybe we may not have much time. The purpose of this, we raised that one. Number one policy should create in your cooperative, you are willing to allocate smaller loan for at least a certain percentage. So that is the time, then you will see you are missing, because currently I don't think many cooperatives are doing, those who are allocating like a largely broader, okay, providential, but in between you have to go look, okay, enterprise micro level, this much amount of money, that's certain about 20%, and then small and medium certainly. Then you have to have a one person, your staff, who's really looking your portfolio analysis. Then you will see you are missing in your lending. Currently, most of the our do not blame into you. You look for the larger investment because you have excess liquidity. You want to immediately to push to the as a loan portfolio. I think we like to come to this type of qualification, creating a kind of policy in your primary. You might create a step-by-step policy on enterprise development and creating at least certain percentage, maybe 20%, 15%. But we also to like to see minimum number of beneficiary for the first fiscal year, at least around 50, because since this is a project, but at least to see significant number. And we also to like to see your current portfolio quality. If you have a highest delinquency, I don't think you may not able to address this issue where you have a major issue on portfolio quality to bring down. I think our level, your delinquency, do not look in this is a unusual time. At least your normal delinquency rate, at least around 10 to 15, you are able to manage. And then the credit union should able to allocate a one staff like a member support services, or you can designate it any. Actually they are doing kind of marketing business, but not selling the money, looking for right entrepreneur and providing necessary skill training, maybe enhancing their product or product designing will come to later. This type of broader, but a person should be innovative person, not the person working is a routine work person. Someone little bit extra mile, going to the community, looking for kind of entrepreneurs. I think this is the best time for you, and looking there what is really problem, and then you are linking with them. And this type of abilities, person who really innovative person always can see positively, to thinks positively, any situation can see. I think this is the basic requirement before we go to the commitment from the cooperative. I think, Lenny, maybe we need to ask the existing partner corp who are joining today whether they are willing to how to accept this as a precondition, so then we can move forward for our dialogue. Thank you, Lenny.
Okay. Bell, can we ask them, are they willing to appoint the staff? Okay, this is a question of Kunranjit. Are they willing to appoint the staff, or they already have, that will be in charge for the business development services in the co-op? It does not necessarily mean that that person has to do everything. That person will only coordinate. We will provide the terms, the job description of that person. But what I see in here is that this is the point person, because I think all the loan officers of the co-op should have a technical skill to advise on business. You know, the people who are evaluating the loan in the co-ops should have the technical skills, should have the skills, and should have an understanding on how to coach members on the business development support. Okay, this is the person who is going to ensure that we are identifying the members who needs an opportunity to do business. This is the person who is actually becoming very creative and looking at the business ideas that we can suggest to our members. Later on, I will show you some of the business ideas, and probably you can imagine this as these are the opportunities that we are missing in our co-op. This is the person who is keeping and coordinating training for our members, because the National Federation will be, because through this project, ACU will be developing the capacity of the National Federation to be able to guide the pilot co-ops. So you will be receiving technical assistance from the National Federation in order to build your capacity. I am showing now the capacity of the BDS. The BDS is, can you remember that this table that I am showing now, these are the things that we need to institutionalize in the co-ops. So these are actually all the manuals that you will get to, to have access with. So like, when you are doing consulting service or coaching to your members, you need to have a template on the feasibility study. You need to know how to prepare that. Not only the person in charge, but of course the lending officer also need to understand and need to how to prepare this. And maybe you have a member service officer in your cooperative, so then they need to know how to do this. These are the things that we need to do. It's not something new. It is something that you must be doing as a financial cooperative. Okay. Yes.
Ma'am Len, I think in the case of NATCO, like for example, GSAC, Ma'am Kat is here. Ma'am Kat is well experienced in terms of handling the business development services of GSAC. We work with Ma'am Kat in our several projects related to women micro entrepreneurs.
Okay.
For Ma'am Josie, Ma'am Jo, she has with her right now her staff also, who is working with women entrepreneurs, also present in this meeting.
Right.
For Tagum, they sent the staff also that are involved in the business development services. Ma'am Julie, Sir Alvin, Ma'am Julie of Ligas, Sir Alvin is with her also in this meeting. Sir Alvin is very much also involved in different enterprises services to member co-ops in here in Ligas. And
Oh.
for Ma'am Janet, I'm sure Ma'am Janet, she is also very active, ma'am, in the business development services. She can identify a staff to probably a point person for this project.
Oh.
Ma'am, I would just like probably to add for this particular, because I mentioned earlier that you were pre-selected, the cooperatives, and probably the next step would be the federation together with NATCO and PFCC, or together with ACTU, will be sir, providing a sort of a letter of agreement wherein we can state some of the Sir Ranjit mentioned about the precondition. Would that be okay, ma'am? Then if the co-op can also acknowledge that and agreed on those terms that is written in our letter of agreement.
Yes,
And
Belle.
The next step would be, I think this is also very important because Sir Erdan and I shared to all these partners, possible partners, a tool. Um, so that will be a very important information that we would be needing for this project data. Ma'am Len, I know they've seen the tool. The co-ops can have those tools because we will be routing uh, for that particular data so we can focus on the plan of the implementation. We have so many things. I hope we all understand that we have so many things to do with BDC, but to start with, our jumping board to see the data. So I think that's the next step on our end that we need to do, Ma'am Len and Sir, the gathering of that data.
Okay, thank you, Belle.
And we have shared, maybe we can share, I don't know if we will have time, or maybe we can share with the co-ops, partner co the plan for the implementation also, ma'am, of those consultancy training services and uh, yeah, consultancy and training services for this
Okay, thanks, Belle. Okay. At the back of our mind, at the back of our mind, the reason why we are implementing this is to address the issue of members who lost their job, providing job opportunities for the members. So, it you know what the most important thing is that you identify the members you can help with so that they would be able to have dependable income. Hernan, anything on your side?
Hello. Yes, ma'am. Insofar as PFCCO network is concerned, the league managers serves now as the support to PFCCO national in the respective region in monitoring with the primary partner cooperatives. As Mabel have said, we had discussed on the earlier we had discussed on her suggestion of having a memorandum of understanding, the board resolution and letter of intent coming from these pilot co-ops. Aside from the five pilot co-ops from our network, there are only two, Wesley and Holy Cross, who have no pinpoint person as of the moment, but the rest already have their committed person in charge in running the business development service in the respective co-op, ma'am. So I will just be following up Pastor Valdez and Ma'am Lily on their appointed pinpoint person for the BDS. Ma'am Len.
Okay, thank you, Hernan. Kunanjit, do you have any question, anything to say?
Yeah.
My view, I just want to recall our time frame. Actually, it was our last year, March, we had a TOT, if I'm not making mistake. And then actually we follow-up action. Can we put the time frame? Because we are not, very frankly, Uncle Lenny and me, we are not pushing anyone. This is, we feel that being a cooperative leader or being a cooperative manager, if you tell that your main business is providing the financial services, quality financial services to improve the life of the people, I think this is a core business. It's not the additional business. You are looking for, we agree that there are various market segments. I believe that within this market segment, as a pilot, you are selecting somewhat entrepreneurial people who has the ability to do the business, and but they have a lack of knowledge on financial management, accounting, or maybe some skill enhancement of they are designing, or maybe product identification, market linkage. So then your credit union, some resources you are allocating such a people, to find such where the such people, and look into where they need to get that experience, a kind of coaching, guiding, rather just getting application and disbursing loan. Go beyond that. I think we need to, everyone, maybe Mabel and maybe Anand can prepare the little bit better write up, and maybe you can post it in the better language, people to understand that BDCS is not additional service, it's a part of the core services of the our financial cooperative. Maybe I may prepare, if you can put the certain numbers, maybe a little bit based on projects. I think that's that. Maybe if you tell the a kind of action plan, okay, this is we are going to do. Maybe we'll be happy to share with the Korean people. But if not, of course, we have a situation. We are not undermining current situation, but within now we are communicating. I'm sure in the similar way, you may need the entrepreneur to go and meet who are the really entrepreneurs badly affected. You can start from that. Thank you so much, Kuleni. I think other than that, we are getting time almost 11:22. Yes.
Okay. Currently, I think for them to, oh, I can hear maybe some echo. Can you check your mic whether it's mute? Okay, I will just try to explain to you what we are actually talking now is just for us to be very organized. When you, maybe you are doing it now, but maybe in pockets. So, you know, it's something like SOP. You know, when a member apply for a loan and they are saying for business, we need to sit with them. Okay, and we need to give them coaching. What is the coaching? For startup, at least we know when they say, "Oh, I want to make a jam," but at least you have a very simple feasibility study that you can present to your members. Okay, this is how to do this. This is what you need, because members may apply a loan, certain amount of loan, but the amount of loan that they are applying is something that is less, or something is too big for the type of business they are applying. So by preparing a feasibility study, we would be able to understand exactly the amount of loan the member need to have. Okay, we maybe have a small business tool guide. We need to have a business planning, product designing, market linkage. These are the things that has to be organized in the co-op. Yeah. The kind of training that is needed, this kind of training, maybe some of this can be done by the co-ops, and maybe some of this need to get partnership with DTI, or maybe partnership with TESDA. But our recommendation is that the partnership should be done by the National Federation, not individual credit union. Then we are organized. Not every single credit union going to DTI or going to TESDA. It has to be coordinated by our national federation. Can you remember, we are talking about integration. So it has to be at the national federation level. When we look at business facts or research and product development, in your credit union, somebody is in charge, and somebody has already an inventory of the small enterprises the members is already undertaking, and the potential micro enterprises or business ideas that your members can engage in based on your locality, based on the market trends, based on the what is happening in the current situation. So this is what we mean by business facts and research and product development. This can also be done at the national level, and this can also be done at the local level or at the co-op level. Marketing linkage, this is, I mentioned earlier, the National Federation can also do this. And you can look at here, e-commerce is very important now. Maybe the National Federation can create a platform on selling products of the members. But before going to the e-commerce, we need to make sure that the products are of quality, because we cannot just simply sell anything online. I understand that your national federation has already coordinated and talked with Lazada and Shopee. If you have quality products, this can be sold in those platforms. You do not need to create new platform for you to sell the products of the members. But as I mentioned, the business development services will ensure that these products are of high quality. All right. I'll give you some examples which Mabel has compiled. And also I have seen in Thailand some of the business ideas, which now, if the business development services is actually institutionalized, these are their job. This is the job that they should be doing. Really looking into business ideas that you can propose to your members. So some of them are the things that Mabel have compiled, and I also added to it. Mabel, can you explain what these are?
Yeah. These are actual samples, ma'am. They are actually my friends, and most of them actually lost their job during this pandemic, and then they decided to come up or have this small enterprise that they can produce, manufacture, and sell to the community. And they what is good in this particular products, because they focus on essential products that is especially needed during this pandemic. Samples are most went or go into online retail selling of products related to medical and health. Some are selling face masks, face shield, gloves, alcohol. I remember there's a shortage of alcohol in most of the groceries right now, and we can only, in my experience, I was able to access this particular alcohol in one of this seller online, and other cleaning products. Some decided to go into doing cooked food or food in, we call it food in a tub, and they also have these packages for celebration, because if families would like to celebrate birthdays or anniversaries, they can't anymore go out. So what they are doing is to come up with this package meal, and then they just the key here is they do it, they deliver all those products, because we still have a restrictions in terms of mobility. So but since this is part of essential products, they were able to go through those different checkpoints, so it can be delivered through their home. And some are doing, because Filipinos are into Korean food now, so they are producing or making this kimchi, and others are cooked food. Next, others are also selling fresh produce, so vegetables and seafoods, and others are selling also fruits. Ma'am, next po. This one I've seen. Actually, this Mavic is one of my colleagues before, and she decided to she's resigned now in NATCO and decided to focus on her business. This is just emerged during this pandemic. They call it pasabay when they go to a big what they call it membership shop like Landers or FNR. They would publish in their Facebook page that they'll be going on a schedule to this particular big shop, and if their friends would like to get something from that shop, they call it pasabay. They will buy that particular product and just add a 10% as the pasabay fee. And next, ma'am, yeah. Now there are lots of people, especially in Metro Manila, they become now a farmer. So like I myself, I have watermelon. I planted already watermelon. Ampalaya. So there are people also who are selling this farm and garden products. So it's in a kit wherein you can they sell soil, the seed, and some fertilizers. And what's good with this one is they also included instruction on how to plant that particular vegetable or fruit. So this is also unique in during this pandemic. And others are doing tutorial services. This particular friend of mine, the teacher, and since we don't have school right now, so she opted to reach out to her students and do the online tutorial services for them.
Okay. All right. I will focus on, something that I also see in Bangkok. Probably those are around agricultural products. But anyway, I will just want to show this to you. This is from Philippines, new business ideas. Look at this. Everybody is doing the, how do you call, we like to eat this one. We like to eat barbecue. But look at this. What is the marketing pitch of this business? What I am saying, I am not actually marketing the product, but I am actually giving you an idea how the person in your business development services should be thinking. Look at this. In this pandemic, what is the marketing pitch of this barbecue? Low calorie, low cholesterol, high protein, phosphate-free chicken in skewers. It's non-traditional because for variants to choose from: chicken pandan, chicken lemongrass, lemon herbs, because lemongrass is very good for health. Chicken satay, hickory smoked chicken. It's ready to cook and cooks in just 5 minutes. It's vacuum sealed. Pack has 12 lean chicken skewers and available for only 300 pesos. When you buy, I think okay, let me see. We have a family pack of 1,500. When you buy 5 plus 1, buy 5, take 1. This is non-traditional. Normally our barbecue is just the traditional barbecue that we know of. So look at this. These are the things our business development services people will have to do, to add value to what your members are already doing. This is not a big business. This is a small business. Okay, another one. Italian basil. I do not know whether our farmers are Italian or basil or Thai holy basil. This is very, very easy to plant. There is a market in this because the middle class are very fond of whenever it is healthy food, okay, they will buy it. Very easy to plant. I actually plant Thai holy basil in Philippines at our home. You do not need to care for it. The seeds will fall on the ground and will germinate. So even my brother is already cutting the tree. I can see still the holy basil are growing. What is it? Look at this in Thailand. They are producing vegan pesto sauce. This is the main ingredient for the pesto. What is this used for? I'm sure that most of the people are going to the restaurant before the COVID-19. This is the main ingredient for pasta. What is the benefit of holy basil? These are the benefits. These are the things that our business development services people should be doing. Okay, this is the selling pitch. It's the main ingredient for healthy pasta dish, low calorie and full of nutrients. You do not need meat in here because I usually cook this kind of dish. Yeah. Another one is organic raw cauliflower salad, which is also the product of that small entrepreneur. So this is also healthy. This is maybe like our how do you call that, achara. Okay. The selling pitch, it's organic. The calorie count is very low and locally grown. They are using all the locally grown and organic vegetables here. Yeah. Another one, maybe those who are going to the restaurant, Italian restaurant or anything. This is also very, yeah, roasted garlic hummus. This is a dip for vegetables. I am sure that most of you are familiar with this, especially those who are into keto diet. This is very good. This is a low carb and keto diet option. I have seen a lot of people saying that, oh, I am doing a keto diet. The market here are the young people. The market here are the young professionals who know and who has experience going to a restaurant, something like this, serving food like this. But these are locally grown. These are helping our farmers to have their products converted into another product or value added. Our business development services should be supporting the value chain promotion. Okay, this one, I came across also this one, which is a product of that particular, this enterprise here in Thailand. It's called the Nepali tomato sauce, similar to Mexican taco sauce. I remember when I was a kid, my mother used to cook ginisang kamatis. It's exactly like ginisang kamatis with added spices in it. So this one is used for pasta and also used as a dip for corn chips. Yeah, and for salad. All right, so look at this is the entrepreneur. Mina is excited to introduce a new product, her fresh Nepali momo sauce. Actually, you know, I'm sure that this will really sell in Philippines. Okay, I'm sure that you can read the promotion, free samples of locally sourced and hand-prepared foods and sauces, vegan pesto, extra roasted garlic hummus, raw cauli salad, and sugar-free peanut butters. Yeah, my question is only, do you think this is an opportunity? If no one is telling this to your members, they would not be able to think about this. I think our members need a push. Your members need to have a backup. Your members need to understand there is someone helping me to pursue my business. That is very important. Another one, anchovy or dilis. We have a lot of this in Philippines. You know, how do we sell our dilis? Yeah, we sell our dilis in the market, raw, yung dry dilis only. But there are other ways to sell the dilis or anchovy. You look at this packaging. Do you think our members would know, especially my my point of reference are the members who are really in the village. Those are the people needing our help. Okay, these are maybe in Thailand. Maybe you can a little bit tweak it in the Philippines, but they are not selling the anchovy here raw or dried. It's ready to eat. Okay. Another one. What we know about mango or preserved mango is the one sold in Cebu. Am I correct? We have a lot of mangoes, especially when it is in season. It's the price is really very cheap, and maybe sometimes you are tired of eating mango every day. So this is another opportunity. If this one we can, through this project, we can also learn this technology from Thailand. Yeah, I do not know how they call it, but this is like you do not need a very sophisticated machine for this product to be produced. I know that when you are drying mango, you need to have a machine, but this one they do not have a machine to do this. This is a product of the one tambon one product. Okay. You know what this is? Mini empanada. We have an empanada in Philippines. This is very common. But the empanada in Philippines, when you eat that, it's very big. And when you eat that, it will mess up. When you bite it, all the ano ba yun, yung mga, how do you call that? Mugmog. Daming nalalaglag na mugmog, di ba? But look at this marketing pitch. What a bite-sized mini empanada. A bite-sized empanada. So when you eat it, walang mugmog na malalaglag. It's not messy, and it's in the bottle. You can use this as a gift item, and you can also use this as a snack. Do you think it's a business idea? These are the things that our business development services people should be doing. Another one is dried banana. We have a lot of bananas in Philippines, isn't it? We cannot even sell. We only sell in the market. We sell as a barbecue, but it will not last long. But when you dry it, you know what happened? The dried banana goes to the Thai Airways lounge. With Kunranjit and me, when we go to the Thai Airways lounge every time, these are the things that we put in our bag whenever we leave the Thai Airways lounge. Because whenever I am hungry, in the country that I travel, I get this banana and eat this one. You can see it landed at the Thai Airways lounge. Do you think this is another business idea that you can introduce to your members? Another one is banana chips. Look at these banana chips. I know that we are producing banana chips, but you can see the size of the banana chips. It's now not this one. This one on the right side is not the typical banana chips that we are seeing in Philippines. Look at the packaging. And this one is a simple packaging. Look at the packaging. It's a Ziploc. Because I know that banana chips in the Philippines packaging is packaged in a plastic bag. So when you open it and you cannot finish, you need a rubber band to seal it again, and not sure whether it will remain crunchy. But this one, they are using Ziploc. Right. This is another business idea. This is a business coaching. This is how to improve the product. It's to who will provide this information to them. Our call, isn't it? Okay, so that's all. That's only some of the items. My message here is that we need to always see the relationship among our members. Some of your members are farmers growing banana. They cannot sell it. look at the business idea on how you can transform that product into another finished product with a value added in it. That is the role of the business development services. Okay, oh my God, too much, I think, information. I hope that, isn't it? We need to look, our business development services is looking at opportunities for our members. Hello.
Hi, hello.
Yeah, I hope that everybody got understanding. This is important. Hello there. Lily, I want to ask you. Kuranjit. Yes, Belle. Any comment, Belle?
Yeah, no, ma'am. Ma'am, can we hear at least a reaction from one of a manager, a volunteer from one of the manager in
Sure, no problem. Yes, yes, that's what we want to hear.
Ma'am Jo. Ma'am Jo, would you like to start po? Ma'am Jo, by the way, is also a member of NATCO board. She's representing women. Ma'am Jo, hello po. Ma'am, sorry, I volunteer you.
Hello. Thank you very much, Ma'am Lenny. Uh, Actually, in terms of you have discussed, in terms of allocation of portfolio in our cooperative, we have not yet done written the policy. So this is very important for me, the learnings that we have today. And I am very inspired about all the presentation because some of them we are working on it, but there are so many things that we need to do as I've seen the presentation. And I'm very inspired about the products development because some of the produce of our farmers here is very we need to develop or to make a value chain for our members. And what I'm so excited about is that about the linkages, the Department of Agriculture awarded us a 22.5 million. Imagine the amount for us to give the sustainability or the demand of food in the market in our locality wherein the cooperative operates. So with this learning, I think with the help of my staff, Sir Raymar, we are now thinking of those things to really institutionalize the business development services of our in our cooperative. So I'm looking forward to be very active and diligent beneficiary of this program or project of ACU with the support also, of course, of our NATCO network. Thank you very much for all the learnings, the sharing, especially what have mentioned of Sir Ranjit. It's very important, really. And I realized that we have so many things to do. And thank you so much. Thank you also to Mama Bell.
Thank you, Ma'am Jo. Thank you so much.
Yes, is there anyone would like to share? Hernan, on the PFCSO side, can we ask, can we hear some?
Can I just, I saw that there are several league managers are here attending. After hearing, what do you think that, what type of reaction or what type of action you are thinking to continue? Because since you are attending, I see that there are several league managers are here. Maybe can you make a comment what the benefit of just listening only 1 hour because you are free at home, or you are going to do some serious activity within your network? Can you share with us?
Miss Marlene, can you share?
Hello, good afternoon here in the Philippines. Actually, I would like to thank PFCCO, NATCO, and most importantly, ACU for giving me the opportunity as a representative of the Southern Luzon Region League. Uh, Business development service is not a new thing to me as an individual, because I am glad to hear from the presentation of Miss Lenny about these new business ideas, of which I have already started as a practitioner and a businesswoman, a small entrepreneur on my very own way of doing a business. Second, um, SLRL has 9 active member primaries. 8 of them are engaged into credit, but out of those 8 member primaries, I was surprised only 3 of them are engaged in business. We have a uh, new member within SLRL, uh, marketing cooperative, registered for barely 2 months, last April, ang second year nila, who was into that practicing business development. But I am glad because based from what we have started at SLRL, I think we're at the right track, except that uh, we have to institutionalize the process. In fact, if Sir Hernan could recall, SLRS was very much willing to take this training on BDS. In fact, we requested it in April, but unluckily because of the lockdown, because of COVID, we were not able to push through. So what I'm saying here is that um, all of our member primaries would like to be at the pilot primary cooperatives, except for one who is an institutional co-op. We're not sure yet if that co-op is willing to engage in business, because mostly uh, purely credit ang business nila. So based from these learnings, I think SLRL could institutionalize such process, but of course we have to install some support services. To tell you frankly and honestly, I am the only staff at SLRL, a part-time staff being supported by the part-time secretary and treasurer. But thanks God, for almost 11 years of being the part-time manager, we have made the drawing board. We have re-envisioned, and we have to rethink. In fact, the business development plan of SLRL does not focus on credit. We focus on uh, marketing and business development, and we have a lot of expertise on this. From the slides presented by Ma'am Lenny, the consulting services, those expertise are present in SLRL, but I think we have to reunite the consolidated efforts, and the institutionalized movement of the federation is very much needed. Efforts and mechanisms does not rely on the hands of the manager alone. it relies on the rest of the members of the federation. And I am glad that I am given this opportunity to share some of my basic knowledge, and I am expecting that SLRL will be beneficial and so much thankful for this opportunity. In fact, our member primaries are awaiting for my feedback on this very important webinar. So thank you, and I hope this is not just the beginning. More interactions and more sharing will come a long way. Thank you and good afternoon.
Okay, thank you very much, Marlene, but I apologize. Probably I was misunderstood. I just want to make sure everybody understand. ACU is not pushing for the co-op to do business. It's not pushing the leagues, the National Federation, and the co-ops to do business. What we are pushing is that co-ops helping members to create their own business. Is that right? It's not the co-op business themselves.
Yes.
What we are saying is that the co-ops are providing financial services plus business coaching through the business development services. Am I correct? I hope that is the understanding of everybody. Otherwise, after this meeting, all the co-ops will start their own business. No, that's not. The cooperatives are very, very efficient and effective if only they concentrate on financial services. That's ACU is always advocating. Thank you.
Very clear, Ma'am Lenny.
I think Pastor Valdez has some comment. Pastor Valdez.
Not necessary to enhance to everyone. Maybe almost now 2 hours we've been here. Maybe Mr. Enan and Ms. Mabel go as action plan. I think one is a very clear high level policy agreement with the federation and primary. I think we can, if you like it, we can send some of the basic minimum condition of the cooperatives should enroll in this project, and as well as what would be the minimum outcome of this project. So then probably you can sign and maybe they can start maybe quarterly basis. We can limit it only for this discussion in the future, only partner corps and national federation who are involving or maybe related chapter league, this kind of really activity monitoring purpose, not knowledge sharing, only activity monitoring and sharing. We can create a platform, so then we can include some of our resource people also from the Bangkok side, maybe to interact with three level. One is your entrepreneurial level, and maybe your staff level and coordinating level. So with that, I think I will hand over to Kuleni to give you the last closing remarks, so then we can join the meeting. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much, Kunranjit. I think after we get the commitment, the signed MOU from the partner co-ops, we will, as Mr. Ranjit mentioned, we will start again the series of webinar. Maybe the first thing that we need to do is to train the BDS staff, because we need to transfer to them all the templates that you need to do for business coaching that I have explained to you. And then the National Federation will have to establish their linkage with the DTI, TESDA, so that, not everyone will have to run to DTI and TESDA whoever will, or what kind of organization in Philippines are providing technical training on entrepreneurship. All right, so thank you so much. I hope those who are not pilot co-ops, like for example, my co-op group, me co-op group, and also the league managers where you do not have the pilot co-ops with you, it does not mean that you are not pilot, you cannot implement this. You can do your own implementation and you can get the resources from the National Federation. Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And I hope that everybody is safe, and we are very much looking forward to be working with you. Thank you so much.
Can we have a picture taking, ma'am?
Thank you so much, Ma'am Len.
Okay, yes, okay, if you want picture taking,
Screenshot.
open your all the, can you
Yeah,
open all
screenshot.
your webcam?
Camera.
Yes, open your webcam, yes.
Okay, thank you, Len.
Hello.
Hi, ma'am Bing.
Hi there. Oh, who is doing that? Wait.
Naligaw na.